Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Matchday 15. Ligue really open. We have Lens on top of the table. We had PSG losing their second game of the season, and we have Marseille. Alain, they were topping the table until the last minute when they conceded the goal. This is so interesting, and it's a big surprise in PSG dropping so many points.
Yes, it was. We predict that because the goal is Champions League, and except against Bayern, but against Bayern we saw a good PSG. We saw the bad version of PSG we saw in Champions. Now waiting because we are only in December, and the key moment are coming in 2026. But yes, right now. I'm surprised because Marseille have big problem to catch the first position because it's the second time that they lose that opportunity. Lens don't lose that opportunity, and Lens right now is the leader in this Ligue.
Well, Luis Enrique doesn't seem worried at all. It was funny when he was asked after the Champions League game if he thinks Premier League teams are better than other teams in the continent, and of course PSG are the current champions. And I think the preparation is towards spring, and this is where the titles get decided. And PSG know really well from last season, especially after having a really long season playing the final of the FIFA World Cup. Well, guys, let's analyze what is going on in this match day because we have some good games, especially on Friday. So don't forget to support us if you feel to do so. And now let's go on with the show. And I say we have good games on Friday, Alain. We have Brest Monaco is the first one, 7 p.m. Brest mid of the table after back-to-back wins. They are now in the safest part of the standings after a tough start of the season. Surprising win in Strasbourg, coming back from behind. And Monaco, it's true that you read it that they were going to catch something out of PSG, but they won. They were down to 10 men, and it was kind of a surprise, in my opinion, after conceding 4 against Rennes, against Lens, and 2 against Paphos.
Yes, and the most surprising against PSG was the clean sheet of Monaco, because in the 4 games before they received 12 goals in 4 games. And if we check the last 5 games, Monaco is the worst defense in this Ligue 1. And you're able to catch a clean sheet against Paris Saint-Germain. It's difficult to predict that type of team. They suffer a clear bipolarity. Now 𝐬𝐭𝐴 must to found a solution. The first step is Brest. Monaco is already in Champions League with ambition to pass to the next stage. The next week they'll be play against Galatasaray, a key game because Monaco need to beat the Turkish team, and maybe that one can be affect a little the game in Brest. And in the another side, Brest is in a good moment now, a better moment, not a good moment, winning in Strasbourg in the last weekend, and two victory in a row for Brest. And this season only one time he passed. It was at the end of September. And yes, it's a good news for 𝐻𝐻𝐻, a good news for the team, especially the winning in Strasbourg is so special. Now a big match at home against a Monaco who find his balance. In the last 5 games in Brest, we don't saw a draw, and for that reason, I choose the draw of the week in Brest this week. Brest Monaco draw 3.70.
And another great game is Lille Marseille. Take a look at these odds. The bookies don't know who is the favorite, Lille or Marseille. You mentioned it before that they don't want to be top of the table. They failed to do so against Toulouse, conceding in the very last minute. It was a big flop after beating Newcastle in a very important game in the Champions League and also beating Nice 5-1 away. Lille, they are fourth in the standings, only 3 points away from OM and in good form. Alain, 3 wins in a row for them. Tough one, I guess, here to go for 1x2.
It was the moment to have a reaction for Lille because end of October was not so good. Losing against PAOK, losing in Nice, the double lose in Strasbourg, in Red Star with bad feeling. And after that, the team wake up again. 3 victory in a row in 1 week. Good feeling. Winning in Le Havre is always difficult this season for every team. They win a game with 10 players. 𝐜𝐵𝐴 score another really important goal. And yes, now he is in a good moment. He's in a good moment. This week we don't have European Cup. The team can be rest, can be prepared well this game. What we must to think about Olympique de Marseille is difficult, no? Because this season we saw OM lose a lot of points, so many points until now. But we saw an OM have that skills to have a strong reaction when they lose a game. And against Toulouse, in my opinion, the referee affect the Olympique de Marseille because with 2-1 up, you have a clear penalty that don't give the penalty to Marseille, and that one affect clearly the game. It's difficult for me to choose 1x2. Both teams score a lot of goals in the second half, and I choose over 1.75 goals in the second half at 1.90.
Great Friday evening in France. On Saturday, first game is Nantes-Lens. We are talking about the top of the table, the biggest surprise in this start of Ligue 1. They beat Angers, making 4 wins in a row, 7 wins in the last 8 games. And of course, Alain, they are favorite playing against Nantes, now in the bottom 3, winless in the last 5.
Warning with this game because Lens lose the only game they lose against Metz, and Metz is in the bottom of the table. Yes, warning with this Nantes in the last 5 is the worst team with Auxerre, only 2 points. Worst defense with Monaco with 12 goals received. Yes, it's a really difficult moment for Nantes. Another time, we can say it, in December we have Nantes with clearly a risk to go to Ligue 2. Now Lens is flying right now. We know that the fans are always give a lot of passion to the team since always, but now I am curious to check the management of that euphoria in Lens. And the team have 15 players to play with high level, but the good thing is Lens don't play in Europe, and that one is a big advantage for Lens to catch a spot in Champions League. It was not the objective at the beginning of the season, but when you are with 14 games leader, you must to put or change your objective. And Lens right now must to fight to a Champions League spot. For this game, in my opinion, Nantes will be scored because against the biggest team, Nantes was able to score this season, and I choose Nantes score 1 or 2 goals in the game, odds 1.70.
Okay, both teams to score could be also a good option. I guess smart bet is going here for under 10.5 corners, and then also for under 3.5 goals, and for double chance 1x. Also a warning from the smart bet from the AI now lands 8 points more than Monaco, for instance, in this fight to get into the Champions League spots. Next game is Toulouse Strasbourg. Strasbourg falling in the table. Now they are 8th after the defeat against Brest. It's 3 defeats in the last 4 games. And Toulouse, Alain, really positive, I guess, the point in the Velodrome with 𝐜𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜 scoring that equalizer. 4 draws in the last 5 games for them. No wins since the 19th of October.
Yes, and since the beginning of the season, only 2 win at home, lose against Paris Saint-Germain, lose against 𝐜𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐶𝐜, some draw against team are fighting against relegation, like Nantes and like Le Havre. Yes, Toulouse don't deserve to catch a point, in my opinion, in Marseille. Referee give a big advantage without the penalty against 𝗵𝐴𝐺. Now Strasbourg is a team feel comfortable like against team like Toulouse. Now the question is, how about Strasbourg? Because Strasbourg beat Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace in Premier League is one of the most difficult team to beat. And in Ligue 1, but in spite of that, in Ligue 1, two game lose against Strasbourg, against Brest, and against Lens. What is the moment of the vestry? Now, in my opinion, the team think a lot about the game against Crystal Palace and lose a lot of energy in this game to win this game. And in Toulouse, I wait the best version of Strasbourg, a team with a clear offensive powder, and the team away in Ligue 1 need to have a strong reaction, because the last 4 games, or the last 3 better, they lose both in Lens, in Rennes, and in Lyon. And now is the moment for them to change that bad streak, and I choose Strasbourg winning X, no bet, odds 2.10.
Great odds indeed. The win is 3.15 in this case for Strasbourg. PSG Rennes is the next game. Great game, since Rennes are 5th in the standings, only 2 points away from Lille. They beat Metz, so 4 consecutive wins for them. And as we mentioned at the beginning, Alain, PSG probably recovering a little bit from the effort of the hot months in the USA, also playing the European Super Cup. A lot of injury issues, and I guess in their minds is getting ready from January onwards, I guess.
Yes, now, yes, in Monaco, it was I don't know if I call him an accident, because the team create a lot. The team deserve to catch minimal a point in Monaco. In the synopsis of the game, PSG shoot a lot, but the team was not accurate. And the good news is to see again Dembélé fit, and that one is the best news for Luis Enrique, to recover the best version of Dembélé. 12 minutes against Tottenham, 30 minutes against Monaco. Maybe we can wait 45 minutes against Rennes, his former Stade Rennais player, Dembélé, and that one is the best news about the last journey in Ligue 1 for PSG. The best news for Stade Rennais is the best team in the last 5 games. 13 points in five games. they found the perfect balance. 12 goals scored, 4 received. Important game because he won games against Strasbourg, against Monaco at home with 8 goals scored. Difficult game away in Paris against PFC and in Metz, able to win 1-0. Yes, Stade Rennais is in a really good form. And Stade Rennais, in the last years, we saw Stade Rennais do very good games in Paris. In the last 4 games in Parc des Princes, they catch a draw and a victory, and only 2 defeats. And not a lot of teams in Ligue 1 can say that. And for that reason, I choose the surprise of the week with the double chance. Stade Rennes, PSG, Stade Rennais, double chance. X2 odds 3.64.
Again, and Alain is catching a lot of surprises with this PSG this season. Well, and in turmoil, we have Nice. I read that there were a lot of issues when the team came back to Nice after the defeat. In Lorient is 6 consecutive defeats for Nice in all competitions. Alain in a big crisis, and now hosting Angers, coming from the defeat against Lens, but before won against Toulouse and Auxerre, so could be a dangerous game.
Yes, Nice, a lot of problem. The fans wait the team after the game in Lorient, and we don't know what happened, but some people said fans beat the 2 players, beat the sporting director, Florian Maurice. Yes, the situation is tense. It's a really bad energy in Nice right now. And yes, but at the beginning of the season, we felt that in the playoff in Champions League against Benfica, where Nice was totally off. And in Europe is one of the worst teams of the Europa League. What saved Nice at the beginning of the season was the point average at home. But if the team start to lose the game at home and against Olympique de Marseille 5-1, it's difficult to predict a positive season for Nice. Angers play his football. We know Angers, the last game, Lens suffered to catch the victory in Angers, because Angers is competitive in every game. In every game is a team difficult to move, because the no possession ball phase is one of the best team, especially in the last 10 team in Ligue 1. Team playing against relegation with Le Havre, in my opinion, is the most strength team without the ball. Against Nice must have a strong reaction, because Nice can stay with that energy, can stay with that negative streak. Nice at home is one of the teams score more goals in the first half, and for that reason I wait a Nice aggressive, a Nice with high pressure, and a Nice score in the first half, odds 1.72.
Next one is important for the relegation battle. Auxerre, Metz, the 2 worst teams right now in Ligue 1. Metz dropped to the relegation spot after losing to Rennes and Brest. And remember, they were coming alive from the world of death from 3 consecutive wins. They had before, and Auxerre, Alain, unable also to get a win, although it was positive, I guess, the last 2 points against Paris and Lyon.
Yes, it's positive, but he don't move his table and stay in the bottom.
Yeah.
Auxerre need a victory to move the table in the bottom, because if you check the point in the bottom, when do you win a game, you can go out about the relegation spots. And his rival know that, because Metz, remember Metz at the end of October we saw Metz like one of the worst season in Ligue 1 for the team from Lorient. 3 victory, go out of the bottom after 2 losing, go back to the relegation spot. Yes, it's like every position in the table. Ligue 1 is really balanced. It's one of the most difficult league to predict because you catch the difference between the team for Champions League, for Europa League, for Conference League, and for against relegation. The difference are really short. But for that one, you must to catch point. You must to go ahead. Try to change the things for Auxerre. Metz arrive in travel to Bourgogne with the necessity to catch point. We saw Metz deserve something more in Brest. They lose the game, but against Rennes, in my opinion, Metz deserves something more. The team is playing well, and losing against the leader is not a drama for Metz. This game is really important. Now, for this game, I choose the highest odds of the weeks because I choose 𝐻𝐿 score anytime in the game, 4.75. 𝐻𝐿 is former Auxerre player, and I follow the law of the X goal, and I choose 𝐻𝐿 4.75. He scored already 4 games since the beginning of the season.
Okay, smart bet going for one first half draw in this game, something that happens many times when we have 2 teams really in trouble. Next one is Le Havre Paris CFC, also 2 teams involved in the relegation battle. Le Havre 3 points away from Nantes. Paris CFC 4 after the draw with Auxerre and 2 defeats before that. Le Havre winless in the last 4, so this could be easily a draw also if we check the odds, Alain.
Yeah, that one is another game really difficult. Similar team for the points, not for the model of play, because it's clear, a clash opposition. The style of Le Havre is totally different respect to the PFC. Who is doing better right now? I think Le Havre have more balance, more experience to play in Ligue 1. If we check the game of Le Havre, is a team under 3.5 goals clearly since the beginning of the season. In change, PFC is a team of over 2.5 goals. We have only two games now where maybe we start to think the team change something with the model of play. In Monaco against PFC, only 1 goal. Against Rennes, sorry, only 1 goal scored in the game. But in the last 2, we saw another time the creativity, the offensive powder of the PFC. Le Havre at home is a team have the habit to score. Only against Lille they don't score since the first journey in Ligue 1 where they play against 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝐺. His direct play must, in my opinion, will disturb the defense of PFC, and PFC with his creativity can move this strong defensive block of Le Havre. For that reason, both teams to score odds 1.75.
And the last game in this match day is Lorient-Lyon. Lorient 3 points away from relegation thanks to the win against Nice in the last game. They drew with Nantes and Toulouse before that. And Lyon now very close to the Champions League spots. It was a great week for them. Alain, 3-0 to Nantes, 6-0 to Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yeah, we saw a good version in Nice. against Maccabi. Yes, Lorient at home is difficult to catch point in Lorient. We know that Lorient lose only one time at home against against Lille, 7-1. But it was a team where the center of player have a strong influence in the score, and the score is was lying a little respect to the content of the game, because until the center of Lille was winning 2-0, and after that they scored 5 goals. But yes, it was not. It don't count for me, for my analysis. It count. Lorient is able to catch 12 points since the beginning at home, only 2 away and 12 at home, and that one make us understand his powder when they played at home. Nice pay that the last in the last journey with that defeat 3-1. Lyon, yes, Lyon was a good week because before that we saw Lyon with some difficulties. 5 games without winning, and yes, Maccabi gives some input to the team to feel more confident. Not we can ask himself was a really test, but in my opinion, no, because they play all the second half with a player more, Lyon, and they scored the 3 goals in the second half. Going Lorient right now is difficult for everything. I choose double chance 1x with over 1.5 goals in the game, odds 2.15.
All right, Alain, this is it for our match day 15 in Ligue 1. Remember, guys, we are starting the month of December, so you have the chance to participate in our tipster competitions. Also, check out our yearly one about to finish, of course, like this 2025. And if you prefer, also, we have our rivals, where you can create your own tipster competition and play with your friends. Alain Valnegri always helping everyone to win all the tipster competitions and hopefully also beat the bookies. Alain, your safe bet?
Lille OM over 1.75 goals, odds 1.24.
And the ACCA?
Toulouse Strasbourg over 1.75 goals. Auxerre Metz over 1.5 goals in the second half. And Lorient OL over 2.25 goals for a total 4.45.
Alain, thank you. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ciao.